What's up, squad? This is Brandon from the Bantu Sun. Thank you so much for joining me today. I want to touch on this concept that we constantly talk on when we talk about geopolitics, and one of those geopolitical lessons that you can apply to your life. And it's probably one of the great points I've come to push because today I just had two conversations with people that were highly frustrated with their situation. And both of these are in relationship to a concept or a principle that I constantly preach. Follow the interest, not the logic. In both of these cases, it was a situation where a person spoke one thing or they created a situation for one thing, right? But what they created or told or gave the illusion of created was just a mirage. It was a mirage created for them to pursue their interests, right? I give you an example, right? I sometimes I use Andrew Tate because he do have good stories, right? And he has a story about the coffee in the casino. I use this for a geopolitical story when I was talking about um, the situation in Ukraine and Russia. But he had a story about basically opening up a casino, and he saw there was a popular coffee shop nearby, and he started to give away coffee, right? Now, you think on the surface, you see somebody giving away coffee. You think, oh, this is a great person. This is a brilliant person. This is a lovely person. But it was somebody giving away coffee because he wanted you inside to take your money from gambling, right? It was a ruse to get you inside his casino for you to spend his money, right? That's what I'm saying. Follow the interest. When you get free cheese, the first question you need to ask is, who put this free cheese here? The cheese it did not appear from thin air. There's a situation created where a person went, thought about what can I put here, and they said to get people or attract. They went, figured out cheese, figured out, got the product, put the cheese down, and then now, bam, you're attracted to the cheese. Point of the matter is, it was all just because you're not planning it, don't mean somebody else isn't planning it. Conversely, now that you understand that, do not pursue the logic. Do not pursue the logic. Understand the interest. And understand how you need to angle yourself to not conflict with their interest, for they cannot obfuscate your path, right? Because you don't want to sit there and be like, oh, you're selling free coffee because you're trying to get people to come to your casino. And he's going like, no, I'm not. I'm a good person. Like I said, now you're in a confrontation with him that has nothing to do with what your mission is and what you're trying to accomplish. You have way more things to argue with why he's doing something. You need to argue and think about why you need to do and how you need to do something. So your logic needs to follow your interests, right? So, for instance, I give you a geopolitical lesson. Malcolm X talks about the way in America the Americans viewed the Chinese before World War II, before and during World War II, as opposed to the Japanese, were inverse to the way Americans came to learn and understand and view the Chinese and the Japanese after World War II. Now, the Chinese and Japanese, their people have not, as a people, they have not changed. And even more, you will have much more contention post World War II for the Japanese, right? Because so much sacrifice have been made. But when that American interest was always, it was never about being friends with China and Japan. American interest was about maintaining a balance of power within Asia. So what do? They adjusted the advertising, the promotion, the conversation, the dialogue, the marketing around what it meant to be Chinese pre and post World War II. And they did that as well with the Japanese. So before World War II, the Chinese were American friends. And before and during World War II, the Chinese were American friends and allies, and the Japanese were foes. And after World War II, the Chinese were foes, and then the Japanese were friends and allies. Japan is so intertwined with America's alliance. They're one of the three pillars, the trilaterals. They're one of the three pillars of modern Western security between the United States, Western Europe, and Japan. And why is this? Because Western Europe and Eastern Asia They are America's outpost onto the Eurasian continent. They divide or they fracture the continent from power unification. America's logic changed, never its interest. So be aware of that in a geopolitical sense and in a personal sense. Always look for the interest. Never entertain the logic. The logic, as they say in wrestling, control the head, the body's gonna follow. The logic, people gonna tell you what they gotta tell you to get what they need done accomplished. So if you find someone that you can trust, confide in, they talk to you, you believe what they say because they're true ones, congratulations. You consider yourself lucky. All the other facets of life, geopolitical rules hold true. So until next time, take care. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you enjoy the content. Until next time, take care. Bantu up.